Previously. From the shadowed hearts of Gundabad, Bear Orc rides deeper into the lands of men. His devastating axe, Blackheart, drinks deep from Gondorian blood. Raiders fall in heaps, their thrown javelins whistling past his snarling warg as it tears throats and crushes skulls. The northern plains become his slaughter ground. Soft men in stolen mail break beneath his charge. Wargs lunge, jaws ripping man flesh in endless fury. Bodies pile, loot flows, gold, shields, prisoners dragged in chains. He hunts the weak, draws them out, strikes before their lords can interfere. Influence swells, renown spreads like smoke on the wind. In villages that tremble at his shadow, he gathers fresh meat, Snaga trackers, brutes, hunters who rise into warg tamers and guards. His warband thickens, berserkers join the howl. Tournaments test his edge, death comes close. Thrown weapons, swift blades, but luck turns. One arena he claims outright, a banner of dust devils falls into his claws. 33,000 gold, a new mace, heavy and cruel. Orcish armor at last, black iron plates, spiked pauldrons, a flowing cape that snaps like a war banner. Clan tier rises, leadership hardens, the pack grows stronger, faster, deadlier, yet greater prey stirs. Elven arrows whisper from Mirkwood, dwarven axes glint in the hills. The men of Dale wait beyond the trees. Bear Orc's hunger sharpens, his coffers burst with stolen wealth. His name is growled in fear from Gondor to the north. The black tide gathers. Wargs bay beneath the moon. Soon the first true lords will bleed. Nothing feeds the dark like victory. And Bear Orc is only beginning to feast. Hello and welcome back to Tales from the Age of Men, and indeed, we're here once again at Mount Gundabad, and now there's a pretty, kind of harsh thing that we are looking at here. Not specifically what we have on the screen right now, but there is a very large army currently besieging one of Gundabad's fiefs. Now, I would love to participate in some kind of large battle, but we also have to be a little bit careful about that because we really do not want to get ourselves taken prisoner. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to get rid of everything that we can here. Just going to try to make sure that we have as much money coming our way as possible. Getting some really, really nice stuff, actually. And we are now just about breaching the 100,000, so that's really, really nice. And what we're going to be able to do, hopefully, yeah, actually, you know what? No, we're not going to be purchasing any food or anything like that. I'm actually really surprised. I am not seeing any spears. I have no idea why I'm not seeing any spears, but we are not. So it's a little bit weird. Kind of strange about that, because I would personally love to see some right now, because the spears that Gundabad has are amazing. They are so incredibly good. And as you can see, look at this. Asgard wants us to become a vassal. So I'm thinking we're probably going to do that, but we're not going to do that yet. As you can see, we have 59 influence at the moment, which means that, well, I mean, let's face it, that's going to pay us. That's going to pay us huge money. And we really do not want to lose out on that if we can help it. So we're otherwise just going to be getting tracker in the scouting tree here. And I'm going to go into the tournament. I am actually going to go into the tournament. There is a Royal Destrier available here. There is also a pack of Gondorian raiders right next to the town, who I am going to attack after this. So let's just see if we can do... Oh yeah. They're giving me a polearm. This is absolutely perfect. Probably one of the best... Yep, that's exactly what I was talking about. That is one of the best things that we can have. And indeed, I can do this too. Yep. Oh, it's so satisfying. It really is. It's so satisfying when you actually get a weapon that you're okay with, you know, that you're all right with, and in general, one that actually does what you want it to do. It's so fun. It really is. Obviously, there are those moments when you're given something like a one-handed axe, and the one-handed axe is absolutely terrible, and it basically does very little damage unless you hit the head. And, well, in those situations, I can miss those. I can definitely miss those particular things happening to me. Thank you very much. I would much prefer to have a nice polearm because I'm just used to it. You know, we're very used to having these really, really large poles in our hands, and in comparison, we're just not used to having small weapons. That's all. That's all it is. Because they don't do that much damage. Like you can see here, it's not going to do that much damage. It's going to be really, really hard to penetrate our enemies with this weapon. You know, if I had a mace, that would be a little bit different. Yeah, maybe. You know, let's just be a bit careful here. I'm actually taller than these guys as well, which is quite funny. Not sure what's going on with that, but yeah. Okay, let's just see if we can maybe do something here. Oh no, you know, this isn't. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Durzak, I hate to. Oh no, are you serious? No. Yeah. There we go. Okay, that's what we want to see. I was literally about to say, are they serious with this 1 versus 2 situation? Because they could have easily killed me together instantly. But thankfully they decided to be a little bit idiotic, which I like. That's great. It means that I'm not the only one. So that's wonderful. And we should have a pretty nice time here. If I can just eliminate this guy. Nice! Wow, he actually stopped blocking at the exact moment when we needed him to. Perfect. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, okay, wait a minute. We do have another orc to fight here. A little bit worrying, but we should be okay. This is indeed a tournament in Gundabad territory, so it is very likely we are going to be seeing orcs, of course. So let's just be a little bit careful here. I need to be careful. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, that was bad. Okay. Oh, that was nice, though. Okay, followed that up. 9 damage followed up by 86 damage. That is all we needed. Thank you very much. Can I get a nice... Yes. Yes. Can I get a nice overhead? Oh, we actually destroyed his shield before he destroyed mine. That's really unlikely. Okay. It just goes to show that once you have a little bit of skill, you know, a little bit of weapon skill, you can actually beat these guys relatively simply in comparison to how it is at the very beginning of the game when you literally have, what, I don't know, 30 or something. Yeah, then it's extremely difficult. Oh, hello. Okay, we are facing a dwarf and have thrown weapons. Oh dear, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. Okay, well, we'll see what we... Oh no, it's not a... Wait, is it a dwarf? I actually can't tell. Never mind, he's dead. Okay. That is hilarious. What is this guy? Yeah, that's a dwarf. He's wearing the wrong armor, but, you know, as I said, it's a work in progress. But, yeah, that was a dwarf. We managed to hit him in the face, which was obviously perfect, because we managed to two-shot him then, which is amazing. And there you go. Very, very pleased about that. Now, that's another 27,000 for us. I mean, obviously, we're not going to be getting 27,000. We actually spent quite a bit, you know, profit-wise. You know, the profit was about, what is it, like, I don't know, 18,000 or something like that. Anyway, we are going to go... Okay, never mind. I was actually going to go in against those Gondorian raiders, but as you know... there is a little bit of an issue sometimes when you're attempting to attack bandits. You kind of run on top of them for a little bit of time. Some of the time that happens. Other times you instantly attack them. So I'm not entirely sure what's causing that, but obviously as time goes on, these kinds of little hiccups and stuff like that will be fixed. Now let's actually just see here. I'm going to go for a hunter here. We do have obviously more troops. And as you can see, look at this. I'm just running on top of these guys. I can very easily catch up to them. I am literally right next to them here. So it makes very little sense that I wouldn't be able to attack them. But there you go. All right, so there we are. Now we can actually do that. And we're not going to do anything here. I should have... you know what? I should have sold my... Yeah, I should have sold my my prisoners, actually, now that I think about it. But what I'm trying to do here is just earn as much influence, as much money as possible, because here's the thing, every single time we do this, we are gaining, what is it, 4 influence. That is literally about 800 gold. That's about 800 gold translated through our mercenary wages, you know what I mean? So it's really going to make a huge difference. We are losing a handful of people here doing this as well, which is not exactly great. I'm not a big fan of that, of course, but, well, we kind of have to, you know? We kind of have to do these kinds of plays. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck in these manual battles for some time. Do I want strong legs or do I want strong arms? I could potentially go for strong arms. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think we have that many troops that actually have throwing skill. I don't think we actually have a lot of that, but maybe we do, maybe we don't. I actually don't know. Let's go for another point and two-handed here, I suppose. I don't seem to be getting my hands on a polearm for some reason. I don't know why that is, but I'm kind of hoping that we will get one sooner rather than later. Let me actually just go over to Mount Gundabad again, because I would like to get rid of my prisoners here. We have loads of vassals in and around the area as well. It would be pretty fantastic if we could join as a vassal too, but obviously, as I said, we probably want to be a little bit careful with that. Doing that too soon, especially considering the fact that, well, for me personally, I do think that we are not really going to have a very good time. You know, if I decide to become a vassal now, well, you know what's going to happen, right? Yeah, we're not really going to be getting anything, you know, super spectacular or anything like that. I'm going to sell this horse. Even though the horse is obviously amazing, as you can see right here from a stats perspective, the warg is just too good. The warg and the ability for wargs to attack independently of the rider, I mean, really, how can you say no? You know, that's just way, way, way too strong. So we are going to be making sure that we can utilize that as much as possible. Bear in mind that obviously wargs do die just that little bit quicker than you might think. Obviously, you know, they are indeed slightly more fragile due to the warg saddle. The warg saddle being relatively low protection in comparison to some horse armor, because the horse armor is going to give you, if you have a really good set of horse armor, you're going to have like 60, maybe even 70 protection in comparison to the warg, what is it now? The warg saddle, that's it. The warg saddle that literally only has like, what, 15, 20 or something like that in terms of protection value. So it is very, very likely that the warg will actually end up dying. Okay, so let's take a look here. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Oh, we might actually end up losing this. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, no, never mind. Wow, they got murdered. I didn't even know. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't even know that that was going to happen. If I had known that they were already in a battle, I would have immediately gone in there. That would have been fantastic, but yeah, you know, that's just how it is. That's how it goes. You know, that's how it goes. Sometimes you're just not going to know whether this guy is doing something or not. And, well, in my case, I missed out a little bit. I mean, to be fair, I'm probably not really going to be getting anything super, you know, dramatic from that. I'm not going to get anything really amazing from any kind of, you know, attack like that. And indeed, as you can see, we do have a fief that we've actually captured. Obviously, this is not mine. I did not do that siege. But we did, or should we say Gundabad did actually take that. And I'm kind of intrigued to see actually what's going on there. So I think we're going to go and actually have a look, because there may be a handful of vassals. Let's just, oh, okay, yeah, that is way too big for me. Yes. Oh, hello. All right, I am extremely excited about this. Okay, we have Haldir here. He is indeed an elf. And I am very excited to see what we're going to be able to do here. Obviously, elves, as you know, they do have that that increased company size. If you've seen the Mirkwood series, there is a link in the description to that if you want to see it. It's where we play as elves. And we do a pretty good job of, you know, conquering pretty much well, not everything, but we do some pretty nice damage. And indeed, we are now going to have the ability to see what it's like to be on the other side of things. Although, to be fair, we didn't really fight Gundabad that much. They didn't seem particularly, shall we say, particularly active in that series. I think they were mostly fighting against the enemy vassals, the AI vassals, so we didn't really have to worry about that. Whoa, that was a brutal hit right there. And indeed, as you can see, the enemy is capable of inflicting massive damage, because of course they are. They are elves, and elves are very proficient at what they do. As you can see, they're actually doing massive damage to us right now. You know what? Should I just tell my forces to charge in? I feel like we should just be extremely reckless in this regard, because they don't have that many numbers. And if we can overwhelm them with numbers, I mean, come on now. Are we actually going to be getting anything bad from that? No, I don't think so. I think we'll probably be completely fine. Unfortunately, this guy is proving himself to be somewhat annoying. But, you know, that's... Oh, wait a minute. Hello? Oh. Well, That is somewhat unfortunate, isn't it? Yes, that is somewhat unfortunate. Okay, well, the only thing that I can really say from this is that we're probably going to be fine. I'm just kind of disappointed because I would have liked to have gotten some experience, because no doubt, Elven units, you know how it is. Elven units, they're very, very high spec. So what's going to happen is you're going to get good experience for these guys. You know, you're going to get better than average experience for them. Unfortunately, I was not blocking in the right direction. So great. Yeah, that's wonderful, isn't it? Yeah. It happens. It happens. Anyway, I am not going to be taking this guy prisoner. Should I take him prisoner? You know what? As an orc, I think I should probably take him prisoner. So I'm going to do that. And we're just going to try to recover some of our forces that we ended up losing there. Obviously not a significant amount that we can really do, but you know, it's good enough. And we can get some more hunters here. Let's get some more of these trackers. Very, very nice. Okay, wonderful. Now we can also get, wow, actually a significant amount of prisoners. Actually quite nice. And we'll see. I am happy to get rid of some of these. There we go. We'll just get rid of some of those for the moment. There we go. Oh, hello. Okay, wait a minute. We've got some pretty nice... well, a very nice sword, but as I said to you before, I'm not really wanting to use anything that isn't from Gundabad. If I can find myself a really nice polearm, then I'm all over that. I am going to be all over that like nothing else, really. But, oh, hello, Thalion is also there. Okay, wait a minute. Do I want to fight him? I kind of do, but I'm also not in a particularly good spot in terms of my HP. Maybe my preventive medicine can actually start activating a little bit. Oh, Arian is also there. Oh, they just recruited a bunch. I'm actually not sure. I feel like maybe we would be completely fine here. We're getting a good amount of preventive medicine activations here as well, which is super, super nice. If you don't know what that does, it actually regenerates your HP whenever you go into an auto-resolve battle, or any battle for that matter. But if you really want quick regenerations, then just go into some auto-resolves, and then you will immediately get your HP back, and it will be fantastic. Alright, so for some reason, we're having a bit of a problem here. I'm going to get rid of one of these guys, I guess. We have 79. Okay, there's Thranduil. Okay, that is not great. I don't really want to see him. I want to see Arian, if at all possible, or we can maybe do damage against Thalion. Just bear in mind, I'm actually not entirely sure how good these guys actually are now. I'm not sure if they've been changed in any way. Okay, they have 250. They don't have any ranged... They have no ranged capability until they advance into... wait a minute. Sylvan Sentinels, there we go. And these guys... Yes. Yeah, so they've actually updated them since I played the elves. So the modding team has basically been like, yes, so elves beforehand were using a bow that did 76 damage, right? And now they're doing 99. So this is an absolutely insane increase right there. And no doubt, yeah, and obviously as you can see, they do have... Wow, yeah, they have 300 in bows. So I think they've actually, I think they've toned them down a little bit. I think they've toned them down a little bit in regards to their stats, which I actually very much appreciate, because obviously there are those moments where you're basically going into a battle and you are just overwhelmed by the speed of the enemy's attacks. And it is extremely nice to actually see that they're a little bit less... egregiously strong, but their bows, on the other hand, are crazy good. So, you know, it's got a nice balance there, in my opinion. Okay, so the question is, do we want to fight Thalion? Do we want to fight him? He has 31 Sylvan levies. He doesn't really have much of anything else. We may, in fact, be able to achieve victory here. I was kind of easily capable of defeating the previous guy, but the issue that we are going to have is... Are we capable of this?
Respect the terms
Ooh, okay. I'm actually not entirely sure if we're going to be able to do this. 117 versus 79. My tactics skill is only 53. How do I level this up, by the way? Command simulated battles. That's what I'm doing. Win battles at difficult odds. Escape from encounters. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, I haven't really spent any time leveling tactics in the past. Basically, it's just passively leveled in previous series, so I don't really specifically know the best way to do it, but I guess maybe running away, basically having a bunch of recruits and then just running away from encounters is probably the way to go most of the time. Anyway, let's do some damage, or not. Do some damage to a shield, I suppose. Let's tell our forces just to charge in right here. I am just going to go for it. Nice, nice. Oh, and we got stopped by that really small looking tree on the floor there. That was terrible. Okay, let's do some damage. Nice. Look at the experience, by the way. Look at the experience. Massive amounts of experience gain for killing these guys. Can we do some more? Yes, yes. Okay, we're ending up losing quite a few troops right now, but that's okay. We don't have to worry about that too much. All we need to worry about is killing the enemy. And that's what we're going to do. We are going to try and kill the enemy as fast as possible. Nice, nice, nice. Good. And look at our level up. We just leveled up once again. Very good. Can we do some damage with my warg? My warg is actually dealing damage every so often. Let's try not to get ourselves killed in the process. Okay, how are we doing? How are we doing right now? How are we doing? Oh, we're actually winning. We're actually winning right now. Okay. Can we continue to win? I think we might be able to. My archers are actually surprisingly good. They're doing a relatively nice job, but yeah, obviously, I think the elves in general, they just get overwhelmed. That's it. They just literally get overwhelmed by our numbers. That is the entire reason why anything is happening here for us. Apart from that, it's literally just that, you know, because you can see here we eliminated, yeah, about, what, 60 troops? So, yeah, obviously that's basically what they would have if they had 117 combat. So basically for each individual troop, they have 2 party capacity, right? So 1 elven unit means 2 party capacity is taken up. So if we think about that, then we can kind of more accurately, you know, sort of analyze situations when we want to go into battles in the future. So there you go, 24 renown, extremely nice. 35 influence. I'm actually not entirely sure. Are we going to be getting the next clan tier? Probably not that soon, right? Probably not that soon, but I'm pretty happy with our performance there. Let's actually see what we can do. Oh, yeah, this is actually really good. Let's take some of these. Yeah, this is actually really good. Much better than anticipated. Okay, oh, and loads of warg tamers as well. That is really exceptional. Okay, unfortunate. Why am I... Ah, yes, it's because I actually just recruited a bunch of people here. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. I guess we'll just get rid of some of these Snaga. And we can not really take anything else. I am going to be getting rid of the grunts, I think. And we do have a bunch of these guys. I'm not actually really caring a super hardcore amount about any of these. But we will be going and just getting the highest tier. Let's try and get the highest tier of elven troops, and we'll just get rid of one of those hunters, and there we have it. Okay, that's gonna have to be what we got. Okay, let's actually see. Anything really good here? Well, I mean, shields, yeah, but do we really want to use an elven shield? No, not really. No, if we can help it, not really. We are going to take everything that we can here, though. I do need to buy some more sumpter horses, in my opinion. I think that's probably going to be a very useful thing for us to do. I'm actually surprised that we are still in relatively good health. I mean, look at the amount of money I'm making right now. 11,200 every single day. And we also have a band of Easterlings here that I could potentially fight. This is fantastic. Let's go for Berserker here. Let's go for another point in leadership. Yeah, I guess leadership. We'll go for Famous Commander. Should we go for Famous Commander? Yeah, I think we'll go for Famous Commander, even though I do really appreciate the ability to convert prisoners faster with loyalty and honor. But the problem with that is that we're not really going to be taking that many prisoners and able to convert them to our side, because they're just going to leave immediately. That's what we don't want. You know, we don't want that. We want to be able to avoid that as much as possible. I'm thinking what we'll do, actually, what do we want? Leadership or scouting? What do you want? What do we want? I actually don't know. I think we'll probably go for scouting, actually. Considering the fact that I have 5 in cunning, and we're eventually going to get 7 in cunning, I think that's going to be the best course of action, because obviously then we can get a 275 perk. Because with leadership, we're probably unlikely going to be getting 7 in social or intelligence or whatever it is. So it's probably not going to work. Anyway, we do have Easterlings that we're fighting here. Let's see if we can do something with Blackheart. Nice. Okay, that's what we like to see. Can we do a little bit more with that? I mean, we are getting some nice riding skill here. I'm actually quite surprised that we are... Oh, yep, that's what I thought. Kind of surprised that I was not taking too much damage from their archers, because Easterlings are pretty good in that regard, so... You know, not too bad, at least. They are rune, of course. They are getting absolutely massacred, though. I mean, that is to be expected, I suppose, but yeah. Actually, I am very much enjoying Gundabad's gameplay. I feel like they really have a lot to be extremely excited about here, and in general I would definitely recommend, hey, you know what, just get the mod and just try out Gundabad and their wargs, because the wargs themselves are so cool. They even have like a cooldown, as far as I can tell. They have like an internal cooldown of like what is it, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, something like that, when it comes to the bite attack. And I gotta say, I think that that's absolutely perfect, because, I mean, obviously, in the grand scheme of things, you don't want it to attack like a machine gun, do you? But, you know, that could be funny nevertheless. Anyway, there's 8.8 renown for us. Obviously, Famous Commander is going to be coming in handy there. And we are going to... Ooh, yeah, loads of level ups. Let's see. Let's get some more guards, get some more hunters, get some more of these trackers. Then we'll get some... What do we want? Do we want spear warriors? Yeah, we want spear warriors. So we'll go for the spear warriors there, and I'm not going to take any prisoners, of course, because we just don't have... Well, we don't have that much space, and I'd like to try and prevent anything from otherwise happening there. Okay, so do we want rune Easterling cape? Do I want to wear a rune Easterling cape? Well, technically, no, I don't really want to. However, it does give us extra protection. I don't know. You know what? No, I'm not going to do it, okay? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be a little bit... Gonna have a bit of self-control when it comes to equipping things, even though, you know, obviously it's gonna give me what, 8 extra protection in raw value. I don't think that that's particularly useful. Yes, okay, you know, it's still gonna give us an upgrade, but I'd still like to try and maintain our orcish look, you know what I mean? I feel like that makes much more sense. Why am I going over here, by the way? I thought this was the way to go. Okay. I'm apparently going the wrong way. Isn't that wonderful? Yes. Alright, so we're back at Gundabad. Well, not at the main place, but the one that was just besieged. I'm just going to sell every little bit of our elven prisoners here. We're going to get 4,500. Pretty significant, actually, if I think about it. And we also have Zakwan here. Zakwan is a Harad dream. Okay. I'm not convinced. I'm sorry, Zakwan. I'm not convinced that I really want to get him. He has pretty much nothing that I really want, unfortunately. I would like to get some companions, to be honest, because we have none. I have literally 0. So it would be fantastic if I could get someone that would actually be, I don't know, engineer. I think an engineer, I think a steward, I think a surgeon. I would like to get 3 companions that do that, or at the very least I'd like to get one of them that does multiple different roles. Well, they can't really do multiple different roles, unfortunately, due to the way that the game system works, but, well, the fact is, it would be very nice if we could get at least one of those. Unfortunately, we don't currently have that available right now, so we're just going to have to make do. Now, we did buy a chest piece in the previous episode, and so I'm kind of happy with what we currently have in regards to our armor. I could obviously get better, and obviously I have the ability to do so now. I actually have the ability to do so. So we could possibly get something like this, which gets us 40, 35, 25, which is a significant increase in terms of armor. But the problem is, do I want to spend 220,000 on that? Not really. If I have spare money, then sure. But I am having a feeling that maybe what we want to do is just kind of chill with our expenditure at the moment, and just kind of see what happens, because I would still like to see whether we can find ourselves a spear or a polearm or something like that, but we don't seem to be able to find it for some reason. I'm still waiting for it, and for some reason we're not getting it. I don't know why. Let's get some Sumpter horses to increase our overall capacity here. And I think I can just continue onward from here, can't I? Yes, there we go. There's another 52,000 for us. There is another tournament going on here. I don't really want to do another tournament if I can help it. But I would like to... You know what? I'm actually going to go and see... I'm going to go and see whether we can find a spear. I'm going to go to every single town in Gundabad, and I'm going to see if there is a spear. Alright, so unfortunately there isn't any spear available here for some reason, I don't know why, but there is a tournament, and I know I said I'm not going to do another tournament, but I actually find them really, really fun, especially going up against the orcs, because I do think that they are some of the hardest opponents I've ever faced in tournaments. And I don't actually... Why don't I have full HP yet? Okay, I'm not sure why I don't have full HP yet, because I have been traveling, but... I guess I got there really, really fast or something, but yeah, oh well, never mind. I did end up selling some more of my loot, by the way. I sold some weapons and some thrown weapons, and... Ooh, nice hit! Okay, I like it. This guy is not defending himself appropriately. What is he doing? Okay. Oh, ow. That's what he's doing. Okay. Okay, never mind. Okay. For some reason, he was... I think he was a little bit drunk. I think he was a little bit drunk or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm getting really bad weapons here. I'm not a big fan. Okay, yeah, nice. Good damage, good damage, good damage. Can I get some more? Okay, nice. Thank you. Thank you, friend. My companion is helping me a great deal, unfortunately. Oh, nice. Okay, good work, good work. Can we actually do a little bit more here? 67 damage. Actually insane. Oh, we killed the same guy again. It seems like some of these guys have amazing armor and the other ones not so much. And they do tend to get themselves... Whoa, 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 careful. They do tend to get themselves killed. Whoa, okay, yeah, like that. Very easily. Whoa, alright, okay, not entirely sure what's going on there. Whoa, okay, yeah, I think, as I said to you, I think this is actually what happens when you start to get some one-handed skill. You know how it was in the second episode. I'm actually not entirely sure when we did our first tournament. But, yeah, it was hard, you know. It was really, really difficult. Okay, unfortunately, this guy's got a spear, and I have a bad feeling about this. I'm gonna have to actually get off my mount. Here we go. I'm gonna have to kill this guy really, really fast here, because if we don't, we're gonna have some issues. Yeah, we're gonna have big issues. Can you kill him? Yes, nice. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, look, Gundabad, Spear 1. This is what I want. I want this. Look at how amazing this thing is. Look at that. Do you see what I was able to do there with this? This is exactly the weapon that I'm looking for in the marketplaces. Unfortunately, not able to, not getting lucky with that. There just aren't any. I'm hopeful that maybe after a little bit of time, they'll start to populate the marketplaces with a bunch of extra really nice weapons and stuff like that, because there's a load of armor and stuff, but the spears are just not there. Nice. Good damage, good damage. Can we do a little bit more? He missed too. Okay, that's nice. Gonna try and go for a nice little... Wow, he's actually just... Wow, okay, never mind. His shield is gone. His shield is completely and utterly destroyed. I'm actually surprised about that. A huge, huge amount of surprise there from me, because I'm thinking to myself, usually I'm thinking I'm gonna die, you know? I'm usually thinking I'm gonna die, but no, this time, no, we came up. We came up and absolutely penetrated their armor, gave them massive loads to the face. I mean, really, how can we say no to that, right? How can we say no to that? Usually they're the ones doing that to us, but no, we are actually doing that to them this time around. Okay, they need draft animals. No, I'm probably not going to do that, thank you. I would like to maybe do... No, once his daughter found. Alright, okay. No, I'm not going to do that either. Alright, well, how are we doing in terms of level ups? Well, obviously nothing right now, because we just haven't really fought anyone, but we did end up winning that tournament, which is quite nice. How close are we to the next clan tier? Not that close. Okay. About 70 away. Ooh, we have massive armies going and attempting to capture that. Okay, I am going to make my way over there, and we'll see what we're going to get. Oh, hello. Okay, no, this is perfect. This is exactly what we want. Can I please? Yes, Gondorian raiders, you will die. There we go. Very nice. Look at that. 11 influence. Every single time we go in against one of these guys, we're going to be getting significant loot. We're going to be getting massive amounts of renown, and obviously the influence with our mercenary wage, that is incredible. Every single little bit of points of influence that we get are going to make so much difference to our money situation. And the funny thing is, I would really love to get a caravan. I'd like to get a caravan up and running, but unfortunately caravans are almost impossible for us to go for here right now because the well, they're gonna die, aren't they? They're gonna die pretty easily. Do you think we can win against this guy? I'm a little bit worried about actually fighting another elf, because I feel like maybe I just got lucky. You know what I mean? I feel like I just got lucky in that first fight, and now I'm a little bit worried about going in and being like, oh yes, am I going to win this? You know, kind of thing. And I'm not sure, actually, whether that's going to happen. Okay, well, we're just going to get all of these guys, and we're going to go in. I'm actually going to go in. Okay, hello. Respect the terms of the parlay. No, there's no Jack Sparrow here. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, we're actually going to be doing a little bit of lance. See, this is the thing. I really want a polearm. I really badly want a polearm. It would be so insanely good for us because look at this. Plus 30% damage bonus from speed with polearms by troops in your formation. This just says everything you need to know. We want this. We want this so incredibly badly. It would be amazing for us. Let's go for Core, I guess. I'm not entirely sure if that's particularly good, but yeah, I guess that's going to be fine. And we'll also go for Breeder. We really love breeding everyone around here, so we're going to do that. And otherwise, we'll go in. We'll go in versus our wonderful opponent here. Now, if we can just make sure that we don't get killed like we did beforehand, then I'll be in a nice position. We have loads of cavalry. We have 41 cavalry. I'd like more than that, actually. I would like to have almost our entire party being cavalry, but that's probably not going to happen. Oh, nice damage. All right. I'm going to tell everyone to charge, actually. I'm going to tell everyone to charge right here. I'm just trying to distract the archers as much as possible. And obviously, I would like to... Well. I don't know. Yeah. Yes. I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything to say about that. That is actually hilarious. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised about that. Okay, well, I think we're probably going to be okay. I mean, my forces should be fine. I mean, we're going to get absolutely slaughtered in the mid-ground here. But my warg riders, they're going to be the thing that will actually win us the day here. Unless they all get killed by the polearm-wielding palace guards and stuff like that. So we're just going to speed up a little bit here. Let's see if we can actually achieve victory. I think we will. Yeah. We are definitely going to... We're going to win. But at what cost, I think, is the whole point. Oh, actually, we didn't even lose that many. We only lost 19 people. That's actually not even entirely bad. How many did we actually lose that were relatively good? Well, we lost 7 Walk Tamers. We lost 3 Dread Riders of the Tower, which is actually kind of harsh. But 36 Renown? Can we say no to 36 Renown? No, not really, because that just brings us closer to having a much larger clan tier and a much larger party size as well. And we're going to take her prisoner. We're going to see what we can do with her. Maybe something cool. I don't know. Maybe we can sell her or something like that. I'm actually not sure. But anyway, we'll just level up here a little bit more. Walk Tamers. Nice. Get some more trackers. We can take the grunts too, I guess. We can take some of these grunts. I'm actually not entirely sure. What do the grunts become? They just become guards, don't they? Yeah, they become guards. All right. I guess we'll be fine with that. Let's take some of the prisoners here as well. And bear in mind that prisoners also take the exact amount of party size that you might expect them to take if you had them in your army. So, yeah, very, very interesting there. Now, the question is, do I... Whoa, wait a minute. No, there's no point in me taking... A Noldor Spear! No, I don't want to use a Noldor Spear. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to use it. Not this. I'm actually going to use it. And the reason why I'm going to use this, it's despite the fact that I shouldn't be using this at all, and I don't want to use it, it's just too good of an opportunity to pass up. I want to level up my polearm skill, because polearms is what we're using and what my forces are going to be using as well. So ideally, I want to try to get polearms as high as I possibly can, so that they get the most benefit from it. And, well, if this is the only way that I can do it, then this is the only way I can do it. I'm hopeful that we will still be able to find a Gundabadian spear or something like that, because these spears are insanely good, and we've seen them in the tournaments and everything. They are amazing. So it would be very, very cool if we could get our hands on some of them. But as you can see, we're still not getting any. Look at that. Still not getting any at all. Okay, I'm just going to sell these for 15,000. Why not sell this? Wow, we could sell that for 18,000. Look at that. That's actually incredible. 35,000 total right there. And indeed, I think we're probably going to make our way over to Gundabad. You know, I really quite badly want to... I really want to find a spear. I really do. It's gonna be one of those, isn't it? It's gonna be one of those hunts that we go on and we try to find that one thing. Or maybe now that I have a polearm, maybe the game is gonna be like, yes, here you go. Here's that spear that you were looking for this entire time. That would be amazing, don't you think? Yeah, I think that would be very, very cool. Anyway, I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. We now have 400,000 in cash, and we are indeed going to be venturing further into the Elven lands. I think, considering we were able to eliminate the elves, and they're very difficult, it would actually be not so surprising if we could eliminate some of the Men of Dale as well. So it might be kind of nice to go over there too once again. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.